Hey, it's Andrew. Um, More on the Dead Sea Scrolls. As I progress through the book, I'm skimming it, but just to the points of reference of I don't care who discovered what so much as what they're saying about it. So I'm really talking about the difference between Judaism and the jump to Christianity, because Jesus was Jewish, and a whole new religion was founded on him, apparently. But what the Dead Sea Scrolls are implicating by some other translators of it, everyone's saying it's not really providing you with a different view of Christianity. However, there was possibly a teacher, basically another equivalent to a Messiah, right before Jesus. Um, so maybe it was the location where Jesus got noticed more for his deeds, but apparently the Romans attacked uh, Israel, Palestine, wherever they attacked. I forget exactly the name of the place, but the Romans came down and kind of effed up the Jews after they put the first teacher and Jesus to death in 70 AD. Um, and there was a revolt in 132 AD, and the Romans are like, no, stop that. You had someone that could summon tornadoes of fire, cure the blind, and you killed them. So what chance do you have against our army? You just killed your best player. Stupid. Which is kind of what I want to talk about. I think after reading more about these, that in Judaism, then Mishnah is how you read Judaism. It's like the law of the law. And then Kabbalah is like the mystic teachings of the law of the law of Kabbalah. So it's like Judaism, Mishnah, Kabbalah. Then I think the jump to Christianity is just what the results are for maybe a fourth stage of Judaism that I don't know the name of, like in a occultic setting of Judaism, would grasp further understanding of the mysticisms that are in Kabbalah and the teachings of Judaism. Um, it's like maybe there's a fourth level of teachings that nobody knows anything about, and Christianity is the result of that teaching. Like, it allows you to have the premise, and like Moses would have known this premise, uh, Jesus would have known this premise, anyone who performed miracles would have had this, like, whatever this fourth teaching is. Or maybe it's just the Kabbalah and they're getting this mysticism from there. But I think Kabbalah explains the mysticism. But in my theory of how these people are popping up throughout the biblical history, or just not religious history would be better said, um, that possibly is a fourth level that actually is applied instead of just taught, and that's what they're learning. And Christianity is just the result. So we're worshiping the result of something we don't know about, possibly. I'm not trying to bash Christianity. I got to go to a Christian church right now. And I'm learning things. I haven't been converted. I'm like Buddhist, agnostic, Christian. I can't say I'm Jewish because you have to convert. I was born a Christian, technically, but I'm like agnostic. So, but I find Judaism very interesting. That's basically my point. I'm believing in more of a world religion, but Judaism, the more I look into it, I'm finding a more concrete foundation for that being in that area or territory of the world at the time the primary focus of all channels of successful warfare. They conquered and defeated when attacked, up until they killed basically a bloodline of people who were like passing down traditions, like, you know, like King David conquered, Solomon opened trade, lost territories, sure, but Jesus came back, And then, he was like working on reestablishing everything, and they're like, F it, let's kill him. Jealousy. And then he went like, you may have killed me, but oh, and he came back. So that's all I want to talk about. There's probably a fourth level um, of teaching of Judaism in between Christianity and Judaism. I think Christianity might just be the story and the praise of someone that we're saying is going to change things, because we're not going to look for the answers because maybe the answers scare us, whereas we're going to allow someone. It's like a trick question I have. Let's say there's this army, and you can either have all the power and face this army alone, or you can divide that power among an army and fight it with them. Which would you choose? It's kind of a trick question, because if somebody says they take all the power, I would say, what gives you the right to have that power? And if they say they would choose the army, I'm like, why would you force somebody else to be fearful of death when you could have taken on that responsibility for yourself if you're going to fight in this battle anyways? So either way, you're being selfish, basically. So if these teachings are ever undiscovered, they already are undiscovered. If they're ever discovered, it would be wise to look into them if someone found a bridge or the gap between, like the missing link, the Sasquatch of religion, of Judaism, Mishnah, Kabbalah, Sasquatch, Christianity. Find that gap, and you won't have to fight an army alone. Maybe maybe there be miracle workers among us. Maybe that's where the prophets were learning from. Who knows? Thank you. Bye.